Greetings, everyone. This is Koku from the Bitter Medicine Podcast, inviting you to tune in to the Bitter Medicine Podcast on KWAZ Radio.
Peace, family. This is Oni, inviting you to listen to the pro-black perspective, where black problems are addressed with black solutions.
Greetings, fam. Tune in to The Learning Curve with me, the revolutionary matron on KWAZ Radio.
All right, welcome to episode 34 of the Harsh Reality Podcast. I'm your host, DeeWeb, and of course, I'm joined by my esteemed co-host. First off, we got the one and only, our prior director of media relations. We got Rye in the building. Rye, what's good?
My fault. What's up, y'all?
Oh, boy. You there? Are you showing up for work this week?
I'm here. You can't hear me?
I'm very surprised to see you. And then, of course, we got our one and only, the outspoken, the revolutionary, but the gangster with a heart. We got Big Lero. Big Lero, what's good?
Hey, what's up, fam? You know,
What's good, though? How has your week been, yo?
it's been great. You know what I mean? Like I said, I met Umar today. Dr. Umar, the prince and princess of Pan African. Okay.
Yeah, you're a celebrity now. You're famous out there in the streets. All right, and before we proceed, let me whip out my handy dandy calculator because we gotta figure out how many fines Rye is owed.
Rye ain't got no money to pay no fine.
Let's see, we got 2 missed episodes. Hold on, got my handy dandy calculator. Times how many thirst traps? About 6 thirst traps?
I don't have any thirst traps.
6 thirst traps, about 5 selfies. Carry the 1. You about $29 in the hole. You know what I'm saying? I seen CashApp.
Take it out my check.
I would fire you, but I don't pay you. All right, so let's go to shout out to L. L might pop in a little bit later. He's on CPT right now. I just shot him a message, so hopefully he pops in. But if not, we're gonna keep it rolling. Shout out to L. But first off, we gotta start with our disclaimer. Our usual joint. By no means are we experts, just everyday people with a small platform here to add our 2 cents to the various subjects we plan on discussing today. Also, if you don't already, make sure y'all go follow us at the Harsh Reality Podcast on Facebook, Instagram, and that cesspool known as Twitter. And before we continue, shout out to KWAZ Radio family. Make sure y'all subscribe to the Bitter Medicine Podcast, hosted by Koku, the pro-black perspective, hosted by Oni, and the Learning Curve, hosted by the revolutionary matron. We also got Forecast Radio, Brother Bakari, the African Man with Tanzan, and Cassandra, and Wu-Tang Clan keeps growing. Lastly, the podcast is now on Patreon. Please donate, and of course, all proceeds go to upgrading the show and providing best content we can for loyal listeners. Also, for those looking to reach out for the show, drop us an email, tell us how much we're good, how much we're providing a service to the community, or telling us how much we suck. You can reach us at theharshrealitypod@gmail.com. Now, without further ado, let's get into these subjects. And the first subject I got, we had recently, which was big news. We had rapper PNB Rock was tragically murdered in LA, and I'm gonna throw it to my panel on their thoughts. A lot of people are trying to blame the baby mama, saying she tested the location of the Waffle House. I believe it was kind of in a rougher section, and also kind of sparked in a discussion about checking in. But first and foremost, let me throw a couple of videos out here. We got a couple people who decided to put in their 2 cents. First, we had Steven Jackson talking about he checked in everywhere he go. All right, so Give me 1 second, huh? I should have had this queued up, but Negroes gonna be Negroes. All right. Okay, here we go. Can you guys see that? All right, let's go back to the beginning here. And press play.
Oh, this nigga checking in. Yep. I check in everywhere I go. Everywhere I go, I call somebody from the place I'm going that I know and check in. I want to come home to my family, and I love my life. Oh, you 44 years old? Yeah, I'm checking in. I'm checking in with my people. Out of respect, I fear no man. I fear Allah, and that's it. But everywhere I go, I don't mind checking in. Youngsters, pay attention, bro. You ain't got to be soft or anything, bro. There's nothing wrong with showing respect when you're in somebody else's city or state. I always check in because I know real ones everywhere. And it makes me feel safer. I care about my life and I'm coming home to my kids and my family. Bet that. Yeah. Oh, this nigga checking in.
His old ass, I'm checking in. But let's go to we got one more video. All right, showed up. Give me 1 second here. All right, let's see what this LA Crip has to say about the whole subject of checking in right here.
Rest in peace, my nigga PNB, dog. You know what I'm saying? I really want to send my condolences out to his folks. And on top of that, you know, I think a lot of people taking this tap in shit, they taking it like the wrong way. Tap in ain't like, you know, everybody thinking, oh, okay, the majority is like, okay, they extort niggas or I kind of Cali, I don't need nobody. Ain't about that. If PNB, you know, would have been tapped in, not even tapped in, if he would have had a friend, bro, you feel me, that he could have hollered at and called and been like, hey, you know, hey, bro, I'm going over here to this Roscoe's. Is that straight? I would have been like, hell, motherfucking no, nigga. Don't go to that one. Go to this one. Go to the one that's about a 405 up Manchester, not the one about a 110. You know, it's just certain shit you don't do. And everybody acting like this is something against the East Coast. This ain't nothing versus Philly, East Coast, none of that. Nigga, this Killer Cali, nigga. So, you feel me? It's just about knowing where you at. Knowing where you at, knowing where you can go. Shit, I got ops out here all day, nigga. I'm not going to certain places. Certain places you ain't gonna see me, dog. Certain spots, certain places you ain't gonna see me, my nigga. And I ain't gonna be there. You feel me? I know where to go in my own city, nigga. You feel me? So, nigga got a beautiful family, bro. I want to send my condolences out to his folks. Rest in peace, PNB. He was a Muslim. You know, I pray to Allah that he in Jannah. Alhamdulillah. But on another note, my nigga, you niggas getting this shit twisted. This Killer Cali, it is what it is. It ain't, you feel me? It ain't like we trying to be big and bad, nigga. It is what it is. We on Cali niggas. Niggas be on Cali niggas out here thinking they about to do something, bro. If you looking like something, and it's just anywhere you go in the world. If you in the trenches, if I'm in Philly, I'm out there and, you know, some niggas don't know me. I got like 300-500 on my neck. Niggas, I guarantee niggas gonna come holler at me, bro. So don't take this shit the wrong way.
All right, there we have it. The eloquent brother right there. So I'm gonna toss this over to my panel first. I'll toss the ride. I'm gonna get your thoughts on rapper PNB Rock being tragically murdered in LA and thoughts. And how do you feel if anybody was at fault, and how do you feel about checking in?
I'm still not 100% sure about the details surrounding his murder. Of course, condolences to the family and whatnot. But in regards to the whole checking in thing, like, you talking to a Black woman, like, this is a concept we've adapted a long time ago. So I don't really see a problem with the whole checking in thing. Like, I heard you laughing, talking about his old ass checking. What the fuck is old ass checking in for? But I mean, he wasn't lying when he said this is a crazy world we live in. Like, we all, in some shape or form, have something we're trying to get home to. So if it's a friend you checking into, or a family member, or a loved one that you live with, like, I don't see no harm in that. I don't see a reason to be shamed for that. But that's
Right. I think it's a disconnect with what checking in really is. And I had another video I should have put up there. But it's a difference between I'm in your city, I'm finna call my homies and give me some recommendations and checking in. And to me, checking in is like, if you're an artist, if you're a big name, you're a high roller or whatever, you call certain people, gangsters, whatever you want to call them in that city, and you're like, yo, I'm gonna be here this time. I'm gonna basically you're gonna be extorted to a certain extent, but I'm gonna pay y'all. Y'all send some people that basically escort me around y'all city, and make sure I'm good. You know what I'm saying? And that to me is checking in. That's the difference between like, I know people in this city, I'm going to call people. So to me, I don't even think the definition has been defined, you know what I mean? Or people know what it really is, unless you kind of, because I know people who've been industry people and stuff like that, and that's kind of what it is. We got a rapper back home named Bo Deal, and that's kind of what his crew job was. Like, that's how Waka Flocka know these cats, because they'll call him, and then now we in the club or whatever. Now we got these 30 cats that's with you, protecting us, that we smoked out and gave y'all 10K, and now y'all protect us. You know what I'm saying? Like a goon for hire type of deal. But Big Lil Rope, where you at?
We here. Rest in peace to PNB. Like, it's tragic that he was murdered and robbed and whatnot. Like, that's just horrible. But the checking in, I'm confused because, like, is there like a phone book directory of like the gangsters' numbers that folks should call to check in? And I mean, what do you say? Like, hey, I'm here. Don't nobody rob me. Like, I just don't really know, like, that whole process of checking in. How do we know that he was killed because he ain't check in? Like, you know what I mean? Like, it's just, I think we should like wait on like details to see like who exactly did this, what motive. But I guess he was just robbed and killed. But I mean, it's just tragic because, like, why do we gotta check in and stuff? And it's like, just, I feel like we need to have something to where, like, how do I put this? Like, I don't see the need for us to because they say like, oh, he was being flashy, you coming out with all this jewelry on and you robbing him. Yeah, that's a good point too. Like, you coming out with your jewels. I mean, it is crash dummies out here who is going to get on that with you. You know what I mean? I've been robbed, but like, I've been robbed some more. But like, and so you come out with this chain on, and buddy see you up in there. And then, they were blaming the girlfriend for her posting the location. I mean, I'm not going to be posting my location, like, not all the time. And I don't necessarily do it like right when I'm there and stuff. But, I don't really think that's like an excuse to like, oh, that's why he got killed and robbed. Like, what are we like normalizing here? And I get that you can't control the actions of other people. But I mean, are we going to continue to just focus on, well, this is just the way it is? Or are we going to like try and at least do something to change like why this is the outcome and why our people is just being killed? Because like Brother Bakari was saying in the chat, like, white people don't have to check in. Like, they don't have to check
like
in.
Taylor Swift ain't making no phone calls to make sure she good with,
Okay.
I feel you on that. And that's another big issue too. It's like, why is it only in the hip hop community where this notion is even thought of? Nobody else is checking in. Nobody else is making phone calls. Nobody else is being extorted to go to your city to do a concert or anything like that. This is exclusive hip. But you just had people arguing about who invented hip hop. So if you're gonna argue about it and claim ownership, you need to claim ownership of this nonsense too. You feel me? You can't just claim all the good stuff and then be like, oh, but I ain't got nothing. Nah, how many rappers been killed just this year? The year ain't even over with. You know what I'm saying? I know they had the young boy that was signed to the Young and Ace. I can't name all the rappers.
Jada Young, and that's my boy. I ain't gonna hold you real quick. That was my boy.
Yeah, they killed so many. And then if you look at PNB too, this dude was not like, even like, you can always go to like, this person is affiliated, this dude doing this. This dude was making like love singy songy songs. You know what I'm saying? Like, he was not. Yeah, he wasn't.
like you mentioned in a previous episode, like these companies make more money off these rappers when they're dead as opposed to them being alive. So it would only make sense that they out here fearing for their lives.
Yeah. But why? You know, why do you have to fear for? It's crazy dichotomy of that. You know what I'm saying? Like, why isn't any? And why do we take it so? I think Lero hit on this. Why are we taking it so casually? Like, if Garth Brooks was dropped in his pancakes, you know, he was at the Waffle House and he got smoked and laying in this pot of grits, they'd have been like, yo, what the hell is going on? Why are you let 3 country singers go down in a year? Yo, it would be a big investigation. It'll be feds on it. It'll be people like, yo, what is going on? We need to get to the root of this cause. But when it's in our communities, it's like, another rapper. You know,
I think because of the lifestyle they portray through their music and through the flashing of, like, you know what I mean? The lifestyle they're expected to portray, it's almost expected. So we don't really think too deep into it. Like, oh, they out here talking about guns and shooting people and killing people. So, I mean, oh, they got killed. Oh, damn. Surprise. You know what I mean? Like, not to sound insensitive, but that's literally what they're doing. So it doesn't come as a surprise. Whereas most country singers rapping about their ex-wives, singing about their ex-wives and their tractors and shit. So if they end up dead, of course that's more alarming than someone that is portraying this lifestyle.
But shoot, a lot of these people don't even like, what's that dude name that Triple X Tentacion, right?
Yeah.
He was like making depressing, you know, emo, I don't wanna live, you know, it wasn't like I'm gangster, I'm toting a bag of money type of stuff, yo. So even if you don't even necessarily make flashy music or braggadocious music, you still subject to getting out of here. You know what I'm saying? Like,
but wasn't his death drug related?
No, I think he was buying
he was buying a car and they came and they killed him in a car. He was at the BMW.
Okay.
Yeah, but you know what? Also, too, you know, remember y'all know a couple years ago they was having that money challenge where people walking around with stacks of money and putting it to their ear and things like that. And the whole time I'm thinking, like, who the hell carries cash, bro? You know, like, that's another thing too. Who's wearing all these flashy jewels and you going to the middle? You got a person's house on your neck and you walking through the slums. You feel me? I don't think no other genre of people, I think, or genre group does that. You know, they may wear some nice clothes, they may have a nice Vera Wang dress or whatever the fuck you know what I mean? But nobody is walking around with enough diamonds to, you know what I'm saying, fund a small African country around their neck and thinking they good. You know what I'm saying? So I also have to say it's some personal responsibility in that as well. You know what I'm saying? I remember I had a little, back in my street days, I had a little Lexus on 20s, right? And so what I did, I also had a nice little hoop, right? I had a little Buick Regal, 93 Buick Regal. I never forgot his name was a beast. So particularly when I'm dealing with females, what I would do is I pick them up in the Regal, right? Drive somewhere, we finna switch cars to the Lexus with 20s on. You feel me? I'm not finna go to your hood with my nice joint on. I'm not finna be rocking my jewels or whatever because it's bull. And I'm just a regular schmegler, you know what I mean, dude at this time. So I can just imagine if you're a rapper, and I want to say PNB, they say he was in there like an hour. So you in a Waffle House, bro, for an hour. That's why I say you can't even really blame Big Mom. You in there for an hour, sitting there looking like a steak, looking like a steak in the lion's den, right? Why? You know why? Why are you even doing that? You feel me? So, you know, I can't even really, at some point, self-awareness and stuff got to kick in as well. But I also kind of think the subject of checking in is also kind of a separate issue, right? This whole checking in notion, like, why? What
does checking in mean, though? So, because I don't get, like, what is checking in? We call the gangsters and we tell them, like, hey, I'm here.
$1,800 gangster.
Yeah, you know what I mean? Like, we just gonna call them, like, bro, I'm in your city, you know, tell your people chill on me. You know, like, what? And they gonna just chill and you out here flexing or doing whatever. You know, don't matter. They just gonna chill because Big Homie said, or like, I don't know. Like, what is checking in? Who has to check in? How do you check in? When do you check in? Like, what?
Like a reservation. You know what I mean?
Yeah. Do I gotta check in when I go to the Roscoe's? Like, I don't know, you know.
That's a big fact. You know, and that's why I said I don't think there's a definition to it. But I think first and foremost, you have several different people saying several different things about what even checking in is. Now you heard Stephen Jackson. Someone he calls wherever he goes, which makes no sense to me. First and foremost, why are you in areas where you think you need to call somebody to be safe? You know what I'm saying? Like, if you're at a certain, you know, prestige in life, right? If you're at a certain level in life, why am I even going to areas where I think I need to call some gangsters to make sure I'm good? You feel me? You know, you 45 years old with kids and a wife, bro. You should be at the W and at a nice steakhouse and at the crib. You know what I'm saying? That's just me. That's just what I'm thinking on that. And but at the same time, it's like you said, who am I calling? Now, if I call this one group of people, they don't necessarily run a whole city. You know what I'm saying? I'm from Chicago. It's like 33 gangs in Chicago. So yeah, you may call this one dude, but that don't mean he runs the whole city. You know what I'm saying?
Exactly. Like, you
So,
checked in with Big Homie, that don't mean, you know, that's his ops. Why would he care about you checked in with him? You ain't checked in with me. So now you got to check in with everybody. You know, like, I don't know, bro. Like, that's
yeah. So yeah, I feel you on that, but the whole thing is distorted. You know, and as far as checking in too, is like, okay, I done checked in with this dude. I'm good in this area. Where am I going though? You know what I mean? Like, you had Stephen Jackson. He's sitting on O Block, bro. Anybody know what? I'm from Chicago. You know, O Block. It's a project. Why are you sitting in the projects, bro? Real talk. If you want to show these people a better life, a better way, take them someplace nice. Show them take the kids, pile them up in the car. We finna go here. We gonna show you. We gonna show you how people really live it. You know what I mean?
Right.
I was saying, I didn't even know how normal people lived until I left the middle of nowhere Chicago. It's like, it's really people out here ain't so no dope. Oh, this is interesting. Like, you telling me you never gamed? Like, show them something different. If you're gonna claim this mantle that you're, being a mentor, that you're being an OG. First and foremost, OG don't check in for sure. But anyway, if you're gonna claim that title, bro, you should be doing out here some uplifting. You shouldn't be sitting on the block smoking weed with some shorty. You know what I'm saying? That don't even make sense to me. So to me, he kind of a clown in that sense. So my question is, I'm gonna throw this out to y'all too. You see any solutions? Do you see can we change this kind of mantle we have in the hip hop community, like where it's just like these dudes are gonna rap and they're gonna die, or is it just throw the whole thing away? So what do y'all think?
I mean, like Rod said, these people is rapping about this. Like, like, I felt bad when JD Young died because, I listen to his music. I love him, but I mean, I listen to his music and I hear what he's saying. Like, hey, somebody was bound to get you eventually the way you rapping, and it's like, unless. I mean, but then again, you do mention cases like XXX, who did get killed and wasn't, necessarily on that. I just feel like until we change the culture to where we not so accepting of this, because like I said, people get mad at you when you say, oh, we got to do something about this. It's like, no, y'all got to toughen up, quit being punks. This how things is. Y'all soft, you from the birds. Woo, woo, woo. Okay, well, I mean, do you want to live like that? You cool with living like that? I mean, until you challenge those around you in an environment you live in, I mean, I don't really know, like, what people expect, for how is it going to get better if you've kind of normalized these type of situations, or we normalize this murder. Oh yeah, he didn't check in. She posted her location. That's why he got killed. Like, what? Like, what type of logic is being said here? So until we challenge our own mindsets and those around us and the culture and the type of things we're producing, I know nothing's going to change. We're going to still have these same type of situations.
Yeah, you got anything, Rod? Can the culture be redeemed, or what do we? And if it can, what do we need to do? I'm not just toss it up, start over. What do you think, Rod?
I don't know. For starters, I think they need to stop hanging out at these average places. For starters, like, it's given that friend that go on vacation and want to go to all the places that you can go to back home. Like, y'all got money. Use the fact that you have money to go to places that the average person is not capable of going to, that the average person can't pick you out in a lineup and off you at.
Word, big facts. Checks on the comments and salute to everybody that came through. Brother Bakari, salute to you. Forecast, we seen you here. Kether, what's up, brother? We got all the Wana. I'm gonna butcher that, bro. I can. Lero, what's out the Swahili? Say that name for me. Where you at, Lero? Big Lero.
My mic was muted. My bad. I can't say that name. I'm gonna be honest with you. I'm so sorry.
You gotta get said here, but salute to you, brother. Much respect. Sounds like same papers. Yeah, for sure, bro.
Haguziki. I think that's it. That is Haguziki. Yeah.
There you go, brother Picard. That checking in is bullshit. White people have to check in. Yep. Taylor Swift ain't checking in with you, Negro. Shout out to Bobby. You right, man. Appreciate you showing up, brother. Killer Cali was a sundown town for sure, yo. Get out of Roscoe's Chicken and Waffles before the sun hits the horizon. You feel me? Pro Black Perspective. Shout out to Oni. You need to find check. Yeah, we tried our best, man. But like I said, everybody kind of has a different definition. You know what I mean?
Extortion, pretty much.
Yeah, pretty much what he said too. Protection.
Going for hire.
Yeah. Bakari dropping the facts in the chat too. Rappers in the 21st century lifespan, 27.2 years of age. That's ridiculous. All right. Kenny Rogers had to check in with Johnny Cash. Yo, Johnny Cash was a gangster, what I heard, bro. Shout out to Brother Bakari too. White rappers have to check in. Eminem, Yellow Wolf, Riff Raff, other white rappers. Hell no, because they got security. That's another thing too. It's like I heard the man was in a Rolls Royce. Was he in a Rolls or was he in a what was he in? I want to say a $500,000 car, pretty much. Even if it's rented, bro. How much security costs? You feel me? Like we need to start kind of being more resolute with our budgets, bro. What we consider. And you with your girl too. You with your girl. She just had a baby not too long ago. I'm gonna spend some bread on that security budget, bro. You know what I mean? Whatever my diamonds cost, my security gonna be about the same. You feel me? All right. On this conversation we had last night, Black and Bob Marley wife, bro. Don't talk about. She wasn't his wife, bro. That was his side piece. Brother Bakari talking about Steven Jackson, phony as hell for sure. Sending the projects with 200K on your neck, no security, no gun, your fool. Big facts. All right. Shout out to Sela Saint, Triple X Tentacion's putting out death energy into the world, misleading the youth with lower vibrational depressive music is still cause and effect. That's one thing too. I will say that whatever you put out into the world is going to reciprocate. You know what I'm saying? So if you put out that negative energy, you put out that death energy, it's going to come back to you. That's why I try to, tell people and not even preach, but just kind of, hit that fact that if you put out positive energy, you're going to get positive energy back. You do positive things, you get positive energy back. Get off that depressing music, that depressive state. So if we ain't got no more on this one, we're going to move on to the next subject. Y'all got anything else? All right, that's a no. So we got the Little Mermaid trailer, which I'm not going to play because the YouTube gods might strike a brother. But we had the debut and the internet goes crazy with Mermaid think pieces. I was like, oh my God, another Mermaid article, bro. Like, do we care? But I'm saying, are people overblowing the Black Mermaid controversy, or do you think this is part of like the agenda that we've seen pushed before? Whereas though, God forbid you have a Black mermaid, you know what I'm saying? Or are people trying to come up off this trend we see where people are taking normally white characters and putting a Black spin on, trying to, get that Black consumer dollar. So I'm gonna toss this out to Lero first. Lero, what you got?
I mean, my thing on the whole mermaid thing is like, why is it such a like conversation, even for like the white folks that's upset? Well, like white folks made the movie. They the one who hired Halle to come and do, be the mermaid. So get mad at your brethren. They're the one who did that, who erased y'all history and whatever y'all want to say, blah blah blah. And then black folks coming and arguing with them, talking about some, we got mermaids too, because we had like, trying to prove that y'all like, what type of convo is being had? I'll be damned. Like, I'm not finna sit up. It's not that deep. She got the part. The movie's finna come out. Watch it. Don't watch it. Like, I don't know. Like, this whole just arguing about mermaids, crack is gonna crack. And that's just what it is. Just let it be, let it fly. She got the part. The movie's on the way. Chill. Like, I don't know. They blowing this way out of proportion. Way.
Yeah, I feel you. I'm so sick of it. I almost erased this topic. I was like, oh my god, but we got to hit on it. It's been the recent news. Right, what you got? You went to see you about to go see the Black Mermaid? You know what I mean? What you
got? Once it hit Disney Plus, yeah, sure. I mean, mermaids aren't real. Like, I don't understand why we're still having this discussion. We had the same discussion back when it came out that Halle Bailey was picked for the part. Like, who the hell cares? For real. Black, white, purple, Asian. I do feel like Disney is trying to profit off of the whole representation matters movement. So that's more so my issue with it than the fact that they picked her as the mermaid, because mermaids aren't real. That's
But you know what's crazy too is that they had this thing not too long ago. I want to say a few months ago, when Disney was going back and forth with the governor of Florida, and everybody was like, "Oh, Disney's a pedo company. We need to boycott." I'm like, so why y'all care what color the mermaid is? Y'all boycotting the pedo company, right? Like, it's like people have the attention span of a goldfish, right? It's like, we're boycotting Disney and we're not going to Disney anymore. Disney. They doing this Imagine thing where they're gonna have a certain percentage of LGBTQXYZ characters. We're not messing with this. Period. But then the trailer comes out like, yo, Disney got a white mermaid, a black mermaid. What, bro? You boycotting Disney right now? What are you talking about? Why do you care what color the mermaid is? Not on top of it being an enormous waste of energy. You know what I'm saying? Because like you said, they're going to make whatever they want to make anyway. They want to ride the trend. They want to ride the wave of representation, throw some box braids in a fin on a system, put it in the water. They're going to do that. You know what I'm saying? And people going to eat it up. So until we change what we consume, how we consume it, and be more mindful, be more strategic upon what we consume, it don't matter. They're going to keep riding the waves. They're going to keep doing whatever. I'm just tripping off like seeing 45-year-old people talking about mermaids all day. It's like, bro, what do you like? We got real problems in the world, and we go and think pieces on mermaids. Like,
exactly.
What reality are we living in? I got a mortgage and I like steak. Like, we need to figure something out here. I'm not talking about mermaids. So to me, that's the whole thing too. You know what I'm saying? I think, what's the girl name? Chloe Bailey.
Halle Bailey.
That's her name. That's how you pronounce it. What? LOE?
What?
Ain't it like CHLOE or something?
Sister?
That's her. I don't know these people.
Chloe is her sister. Halle, however the hell you say it. She's the one playing the mermaid.
Oh, okay. So ain't one younger than the other one or older than the other one?
I think Halle's the younger one.
Okay, yeah, but I think she be making basically she been thirst trapping on. She been pulling a rye move and thirst trapping on the internet for the longest anyway. I think that's probably more so. I thought I was gonna get cut out of some ride being easy over today.
Because
but
I ain't paying you no mind.
But I think that's more so too part of what's going on here is that you have somebody who's very active on social media, right? I think if you pick somebody maybe that was more low key, right? Maybe somebody didn't, cause so much controversy. Maybe Zendaya or whatever that girl name is, right? Even a biracial woman, I think it'd be less, right?
Well, Chloe is the one thirst trapping. Halle is the more wholesome of the two of them.
Yeah.
So I don't understand the issue with her specifically. So of course it would have to circle back to the fact that she's Black. But again, what does it matter if this is a live action movie of a fucking animation from over 20 years ago?
And it's a mermaid. Like,
Exactly.
like that's what be killing me. It's a
mythical creature.
mermaid.
Mm-hmm. But you know, I think people like to make mountains out of molehills too. I think people have way too much time on their hands, and it's something that, you know, a lot of things that we see that trends on the internet, most people in real life don't even really be talking about it. Like, yeah, I guarantee you go to the Kroger's, you go to the Publix or whatever, nobody's up in arms about the Black Mermaid thing, right? But we got the simulation called social media, where things are made to be bigger than what they really are. So I think people are blowing it up, right? And now you got to have people on both sides who feel the need to either defend it or, you know, try to, you know, attack. You know what I'm saying? So that's one thing you gotta be careful. You gotta almost limit your interaction with social media, because man, they'll get you, like I think Steve Saint said out there, they'll get you low vibrational and depressive arguing with these people online who don't have nothing else better to do. Like, go to a barbecue, dude, make some friends or something. Why you on here arguing about a damn mermaid, bro? You know, a mermaid. Let's check the chat real quick. Shout out to Keta. I think Black people shouldn't play historical white characters like the Little Mermaid or James Bond. The backlash usually has a psychological effect on our youth and Black society as a whole. But like I said, I think that's the studios. You know what I'm saying? I don't necessarily think that's us making a conscious decision. I think that's, you know, so who gonna turn down the bag? If they offer you a couple mil to play Black James Bond, right? You know they finna do. Didn't they do Idris Elba or something when they try to tag him to be James Bond or whatever? You think he can turn down the bag for that? Doubt it.
Okay, because for a couple mil, I'll be that mermaid. I ain't gonna hold you. I'm pro-Black in a mug, but I'm gonna be that mermaid. Hey.
Word up, stop together, Hollywood. You really say OnlyFans. I guarantee it's gonna pop up too. I guarantee you're gonna see a bunch of OnlyFans accounts with fins on. You know it's coming. You know? Hollywood's created reality which tells stories, spreads propaganda. So that's the purpose of Hollywood. What they call it, programming in general, is to spread propaganda. We got to realize that. Shout out to Steve Saint. They got the Black Little Mermaid, wanting to go trans so desperate to be something she's not. She was going to give us a fins and a voice for a white boy. Sends a bad message to little Black girls for real. I didn't even see the protagonist or the other part. Is it still gonna be a white dude? If they're gonna switch one character, so they switch both of them. It makes sense.
I mean, they should.
It's still a white man. It's still a white man playing their love interest.
I thought they was gonna go racially ambiguous. You know, they like to do that too. That comedian said, "Don't play James Bond because it's hard to hide in Europe like that." Chase, man, I think only been hitting Appleton again, bro. Right, fool.
No, hold on. Only was hitting 99 bananas. I know y'all know what that is. Them is the dollar shooters that the Arabs be selling.
Yeah. Only up to
he needs to be cooked for that.
Ving Rhames played Kojak. Yeah, Ving Rhames also played in what's that one movie, Pulp Fiction, where he was getting the wood laid to him by white dudes. So I ain't really trying to help Ving Rhames there. All right. So that's all I got on the Mermaid. If not, can we please move on from the Black Mermaid? All right. And so what we got? Boycott the Woman King trends. All right. So thoughts on the movie and if the boycott reasons are valid. We've seen that we recently had a movie called The Woman King, which makes no sense because ain't a woman king a queen. But anyway, we had a big hashtag which actually hit one of the trending topics on Twitter, where people are talking about boycotting the Woman King because the homie, hopefully I'm pronouncing that right, Tribe was very notorious for being a big part of the slave trade, particularly the chattel slave trade. So a lot of people are saying that we should boycott this movie because of those reasons. You have another set of people talking about boycott the movie because basically what we said before, they're a woman king. Like, what the hell is that? Another division type tactic to divide the Black man and the Black woman. So I'm gonna throw that out to y'all. Let's go to Rye first on this one. Rye, what you think about the woman king? That don't even sound right saying it.
It really
And are you going to see that, John?
I will not be going to see it, but that's not really saying much. I'm not a big movie person these days, unless, like I said, it hits the streaming apps. But yeah, I really have no desire to see it. From what I could see in my brief research just now, like you said, the whole boycott is surrounding their glossing over the slave trade and whatnot. I really would have to dig deeper into it to get a better understanding of the whole need for a boycott in general. But I guess I am on the boycott bandwagon since I'm not going to see it.
They ain't a boycott. Just say you ain't going to the Disney. That's the case. I'm boycotting plenty of movies in my day. Lyra, what you got? You going to see that joint? And what do you think about the reason a lot of the FBAs and AIC? Well, what do you got?
For me, I'll probably go see it only because like I've been doing this whole like going to see a movie type thing, like, you know, like by myself, just self-care. But as far as the whole boycott, you know, folks were like, we can't watch it because the homie was a slave trading kingdom and they were selling slaves and ooh. Like, I don't know like why folks is having all this vitriol with nations and kingdoms that don't even exist anymore. Was selling slave, they had a slave economy. Like, that's America right here, and these same folks is proud Americans. So that's just kind of clown. And then people saying, oh, it's not historically accurate. I mean, like, I don't watch movies for it to be historically accurate. Like, you know, that's what we read and we research for to get our history and our facts. It's for entertainment. As far as the whole like the woman king and the division between black men and black women, I'll have to watch the movie to say, you know, whether that's like kind of what's being depicted. I think the Woman King was just all that whole like play on words, you know, that kind of like feminist jargon where whole, you know, we can too, woo woo woo. But I just think the whole boycott is just silly. Like, y'all don't boycott half these other movies. Like, I've never seen like this much just like pushback. We gotta boycott this. We can't go watch this. And it's sad because, like, you know, I definitely like am one who want to see more like African history being put into the big screen. You know what I mean? I think my only issue with the film is that, like, you know, they're fighting the Portuguese, they're fighting the white man. I would love to see like wars with other African kingdoms and stuff, you know? Like, I mean, history is history. You're not changing what happened, what anybody did, and like, it just is what it is. I don't have no type of resentment with the homie because they was a slave trading kingdom. Like, I don't care. Like, I truly don't. We probably might not have been here had they not been selling them slaves.
And wait.
You know what I mean? Like,
FBA, ain't they been here? They been here, right? Why you care about the
Right.
slave trade? You was around here smoking a peace pipe, you know, doing your thing, smoking a Wagyu in the sweat lodge, you know, doing the rain dance. So why do you care what went on in the kingdom? You know what I mean? So it's almost like they don't even hear themselves. You know what I'm saying? It's like you're boycotting because of slaves, and like, you got slaves here right now, yo. You got, you know, half the products you got was made in China by slaves, bro. It is slaves in 2022, bro. Saudi Arabia just had some stuff where they had Africans. They bring them in as maids, and a lot of Filipinos too take their passport, and you just here working for the free. You know what I'm saying? So to sit here and judge this ancient kingdom off the morals of 2022 when you are actively engaging, like you have a bank account with Chase, Bank of America, Wells Fargo, you engaging in slavery. You feel me? So it's hypocritical to me to sit here and judge this movie or judge anything off the fact of, oh, they had slaves. If it weren't for slaves, you wouldn't be living as comfortable as you do in the West. Period, point blank. Just because it's not in your backyard anymore, just because you're not seeing it, just because the media doesn't broadcast it to you, doesn't mean that it ain't happening. It's plenty of slavery going on right now. What you call people working in sweatshops for 22 cents an hour? That ain't thriving.
What do you call the post office? But I digress.
You making money. Get your ass out. But let's take the chat. Let's take the chat, see what we got there. Brother Kari said, I don't need to start drinking virgin strawberry daiquiri. That's messed up, bro. Get your money's worth. Let's see if we got anything else worth mentioning. Yeah, he said that's what that 8-hour Sky Tone, they sold slaves. You know what I mean? But a lot of people, and it too, it's also I think a lot of people, we take pride in what ancient Kemet, right? We get mad when white people think it's Egyptians, right? Like, nah, that was our empire. Y'all think they had slaves, bro? Like in Egypt, you know what I'm saying? So it's like, that's the thing. If you defeated the empire back in the days, you took everybody as a slave. That's just what it is. You know what I'm saying? So I think a lot of what you see in terms of the backlash, in terms of being, what's the word I'm looking for, where everybody, you know, you're very outraged, right? I think a lot of that is just for show, man. That's what I get from that. Don't they watch movies set in America, England? Where this, I don't watch slave trading countries. And plus, you know, another thing too, speaking on that, yo, we got to get our daily fix, our I say annual fix of slave movies anyway, yo. So we due for another good slave epic pretty soon anyway. Oh Lord, broke back.
Man, they keep all that slave movie stuff. I ain't watching another slave movie.
I'm done, yo. I ain't never watching another slave narrative ever in life. Shout out to Brother Bakari, the homie tribe. Then sells the white folk be in Africa worshiping trees. Man, look here, bro. You starting some shit. Shout out to the Saint. When it comes to representation in film, they still trying to make black women masculine and emasculate brothers, pushing the myth that black women are vulnerable, worthy of protection, and brothers can't protect. What is that one joint? What's that one joint on Netflix with Queen Latifah and Ludacris?
End of the Road and Luda.
Yeah, I didn't even get past.
I think it's called End of the Road. I just watched that last night.
Word. I didn't get past the first 15 minutes because it was like the first form was super propaganda field. Secondly, it's like they was blocking the road, and Queen Latifah got to get out. Told the weed head brother, sit here. I'm like, where does this happen at? So you gonna tell the man,
whole ass man,
a whole ass man sitting here, and that's when I was like, yeah, I'm out.
And he's sitting there fidgeting in his seat and shit.
Yeah, and he the weed head. He late all the time and not
unreliable.
Yeah, they the same thing. They always do. Either we buffoons or we weak or something, man. Every time.
That wasn't even a fitting role for him, but we going off on a whole tangent.
Yeah, but it fits in. But that's all I got on the woman. You got anything, Lero, you want to say and to sum it up, or what you got?
No, I'm good.
All right, cool. So let's move on. We got Queen Elizabeth kicks the big old bucket. Ding dong, the witch is dead. Anyway, you guys got any thoughts? Would you like to say some condolences and prayers and what y'all got?
Well, for starters, I've never understood the American obsession with Lord, the word is escaping
royal
me.
Family,
yeah, with the royal family. I've never understood that. But I really feel like it escapes people sometimes, this concept that at some point these elderly people do have to die off. Like, we talking about people that done had like 4, 5, 6 heart transplants to keep long living. Like, eventually they have to press on. So, I mean, it is what it is. She's gone.
She was what, 96, 97 years old, something like that.
Exactly.
Like, I think you're supposed to go out. I think she went longer than a lot of people, probably because she got a couple of them fresh hearts every once in a while.
Exactly.
So, Lero, what you got, yo? Are you shedding some tears for the queen of the?
Fuck y'all, me dead. Like, I don't care about the queen dying. Like, she was old as dust. Like, oh God, we spoke. I'm not caring. One twist.
Breaking up.
These African leaders, and even some mindless Africans who is saying, RIP to the queen. You gotta show respect to the dead. But no, we don't. You know what I mean? Like, was this not your former colonizer? Like, what are y'all talking about? Feminist, like, she was only had no power for real, and man, out of here. Like, I don't know. Like, just y'all gonna spine. That's just crazy to me. Don't nobody care about the queen. We've been waiting. I was wondering when it was gonna happen because it's been
Now
taking.
we've been waiting.
But
but you know what, man? I got it.
But
What's that 12 days? I was disappointed in my Jamaican brothers. I think I think the majority of people, but they government, bro, you gotta call them cats out. I'm on 12 days of mourning for the queen, the mourning for the queen, and I ain't gonna lie, I was at a store, man, and there was a brother walked in there. I don't know, he had an accent. I can't tell exactly where he was from, but he was like, "Yeah, did you hear the queen?" He talked to people behind the rest. Did you hear the queen died? And he was like, "Oh yeah, we saw it. Some on the news about it. There's some sisters that was working there. Like, yeah, we saw some on the news about it." And he was like, "Yeah, now we got a king and blah blah blah." I'm like, "Whoa, bro." Like, did you really say? Like, I think like Rye, when she kicked it off, I think she hit it on the head. Like, it's a lot of people who are obsessed with these royals, man. And I really truly don't get it. It's not like back in the day, right, where they actually earned their spot, right? Like, they're fighting wars, they're, you know what I mean, doing what they gotta do, fighting people. It's like a Game of Thrones, right? These people are literally just born and they have jobs for life and rich for life just for coming out the right coochie. You feel me? Out the right womb. And I'm sitting here like, why are people still honoring part of the tax dollars from UK and a couple countries still go straight to these people? Why? You know, and why are people up in arms, particularly at this time, where it's like everything's inflated, and this is worldwide. It ain't just the US. Everything's inflated worldwide because when the US market goes, every market goes. So everything's inflated worldwide. You got crazy stuff going on. And still part of every dollar you get goes to these cats. You know what I'm saying? And the Black Princess Meghan Markle. But anyway, I truly don't get the obsession. And I'm throwing it to y'all. Did y'all see any similar incidents, like where people actually upset, or everybody chilling with y'all?
I saw a lot of people trolling. People talking about the queen is dead and bursting into tears, like Queen Latifah, Mary J. Blige, like just guessing all these names that actually mean something to us. And it was finally revealed, no, the Queen of England. It's like, oh, okay.
The only king we acknowledge is T.I., King of the South. What's going on? Where you at, Lero? Where you at in the country? Did you see anybody actually upset, or mostly just people going on riding the wave, or like FDB? You know what I mean?
Wasn't nobody upset around me. They was gassing her. You know, hey, she got put in that wood, baby. But but you go online and you'll see some self-hating, mindless Africans who is going buck dance and tap dance for the queen. R.I.P. We gotta show our respect. Madness to me.
Shout out to Brother Bakar. I think he sums up this topic right. A little harsher than I would be. I might get banned for that joint. He said she was England's pro-black English monarch back when Malcolm D was alive. Shout out to Keta. Every empire had a royal family. Only U.S. never had one. Why you like royals in their nation? They come out of feudalism. Big facts. I think only roasting you too, Lero. You was coming out earlier. He said you got the Android phone, bro. Give her the same respect death if she's still breathing. Brother Bakari, now we got a king. Judge Joe Brown said, long live the king. Man, Judge Joe Brown, sometimes I be like, yo, he hitting on something, and sometimes I be like, what the hell is this brother talking about, bro? Judge Joe Brown said, there's finally a king. Shout out to Keza in the Caribbean. We still have crown lands. They still own land in the Caribbean. Now, my question is, do they actually govern that land, or do they actually extract resources? Do they actually collect taxes in that land, or is it more of a title type thing? Because I have to research that myself. Maybe one of y'all know. But as far as Elizabeth Queen checking out, that's all I got. Y'all got anything else on that? All right, well, let's move on. So what we recently had, Florida Governor DeSantis sends a plane of migrants to or immigrants to Martha's Vineyard, and they are there for about 24 hours before they pull them buses up and send them to a guard base. We also had Texas Governor Abbott, I believe, in the bus of immigrants to Kamala's house. So to me, are these chess moves? Are they giving us political theater? This is just a case of old-fashioned pettiness. And I'm gonna turn to my resident expert of pettiness, Rye. What you got with the immigrants?
Wait a minute. How's that me? Wait a minute. So I saw the clip. It's definitely pettiness, and I was over here giggling. Like, I like DeSantis. I moved back to Florida because I like DeSantis.
I mean, the cat is funny. That's one. You baby Trump is funny, but I just find it crazy that like the people who preach acceptance of immigrants, that preach that we all are created equal, that we need to let these people in. If you notice, a lot of the border states are like red states, right? Like, you know what I mean? So when they send them up to their areas, now it's like, oh hell no, we can't. I think the New York governor recently had some New York City mayor, that cheeky bastard up there. I believe he said something similar too, like, it's only so much we can handle. So it's like, okay, so why are you cool with letting them in this area, but not your area? You know what I'm saying? It's very hypocritical. Big Lero, what you got with this pettiness chess move, or what you got?
See, I was low key confused. I was like, I thought they was going up there to like stay and live. I was like, when I first read the article, I was like, oh no, what's going on? But so they're just being like petty and just sending them up there. Like that's just weird to me. Like, I don't know, like that's kind of bogus to be playing with people's lives like that. Like, that's crazy. But I mean, it's America, man. I don't even know what to say. They say all this whole, anti-immigrant talk, but the immigrants still here. Like, folks is really, and low key too. A lot of these private, especially these people who own these companies and stuff like that, they be having immigrants. They'll tell you, I just went and set up in housing for this immigrant family, woo woo woo, all my workers, all my staff, woo woo woo. They'll tell you that. I had a homie who was working. He's like, yeah, he just talked about he was setting up housing for all the cooks in the back. They got housing. I'm like, something sound a little fishy about that. They got housing from the boss, and then they working there. Like, man, sounds a little bit like slavery. Like, I don't know what's going on, but it's stuff weird. So a lot of folks, be anti-immigrant in public. You know what I mean? And then they really like immigrants so they can exploit them for their cheap labor and things like that. So, I mean, you not going to solve that whole immigrant problem. I don't even know, like, what are we supposed to do about immigrants? I can't do shit about an immigrant, whether they come in or they can't come in. You know what I mean? Like, hey, but
we have
it is
zero,
what it is.
The big facts there. We have zero say in that, and my thing too, you have a lot of the champagne socialists, right, who say one thing, but your net worth is $2 million. But you know what I mean? So, but you don't want these people around here, but you got these people working in your house as maids and shit like that. You know what I'm saying? It's like, you have to be consistent. And salute to you, Lero. I know you roll with Team Hammer and Sickle sometimes, but like the champagne socialist cats, man. It's like, if you're gonna preach that, live it, yo. If you're gonna say this and that and the third, you need to live that 24/7. You shouldn't have a net worth over $1 million because you should be giving it away. Your house should be full of people, immigrants and stuff like that. You know what I'm saying? Since you're living that lifestyle, since you're of the communal lifestyle, since you think we should share resources and things like that, why do you even have stocks? You feel me? So it don't even make sense what they're pushing, but they're not living what they're preaching. You feel me? And I'm gonna play this video real quick. They got some migrants dropped off at Kamala's crib, I guess.
Breaking news for you. This has been a busy morning already. We are going live to pictures from Washington, D.C. And the latest report is that there have been immigrants by bus dropped off at Vice President Kamala Harris's residence This is just outside her home. You can see from these pictures dozens, I would say more than 100. I don't know if there are multiple hundreds of people outside on the lawn there, but not a small number of people outside, not the White House, but Vice President Harris's home address. You are looking live in Washington.
Oh, the buddy got a pillow?
This is the latest breaking news. Potentially another contention between Governor Greg Abbott of Texas and the northeastern cities that he has deemed a home for those who have crossed illegally into the country, getting the attention of the federal government. That's what he says his intentions are, to make sure that they know exactly what border towns along our border with Mexico are actually dealing with. The inundation of people, a lack of resources. Washington, D.C.'s Mayor Muriel Bowser has now asked for the federal government to step in. They have not taken any action yet, but Mitch, this is
hold on, that brother got a plate. Where you get a plate?
People just standing around on the front yard of the Vice President of the United States.
In Washington.
Say that one more time.
This is the Naval Observatory there, and that is the official residence of the vice president. So Kamala Harris is living and working there, and these immigrant buses have been dropped off right there. They've been put in her lap, essentially. It seems like this is an increasingly aggressive campaign, not only from Governor Abbott, but you just heard Dre Clark's report about migrants being sent
he's passing the hot sauce.
Vineyard. Now, that's
passing the hot sauce.
So he's flying them from Florida on a plane to Martha's Vineyard. Now you have immigrants being dropped off in front of the vice president's residence. The goal of these border
the shorties got on pajamas, bro. They there for long
to people that don't usually have to deal with it. Governors Abbott in Texas, Ducey in Arizona, now DeSantis in Florida have been saying for months this shouldn't be just our problem. And in the last 3 or 4 months or so, they have decided it's not just going to be our problem. And you are seeing evidence of that at the Naval Observatory, the residence of the Vice President Kamala Harris right now.
So I understand the move in the sense of different things happen to different people, and you would never understand what it is that that particular person is going to unless you're placed in their shoes. So in that sense, he's like, this is what we're dealing with. So now I'm literally bringing it to your front door. Now you figure out how to deal with it, since you think your way of us dealing with it is so effective. So, I mean, I still think it's petty, but I guess it is kind of like plus moves.
Yo, that's hilarious to me, yo. Like, honestly, I know you playing with people's lives. To me, I put the post up earlier. I'm like they playing dodgeball with these people. But to sit there and just send buses of people across like what timeline are we in? Could you imagine this like back in the day where it's like you almost have like a cold civil war, yo. It's like we finna send buses of cats to your city, bro, with my pillows, kids in pajamas, cats with garbage bags, and pull up to your crib. They ain't pulling up to the embassy. They put these people on that lady's grass, bro.
DeSantis said, "Tag, you're it."
This is like the most nuts thing I have probably ever seen in terms, which leads me to believe like some majors actually in the background, some majors about to happen, because you just don't see stuff like this any other timeline, yo. 2022, what a time to be alive, yo. Let me check.
My thing is, what are they gonna do though? Like, people act like the border agents is not hip. They just, people just sneaking through. Like, y'all not corrupt as hell, letting them people come across the border. Like, people is going to come across the border. They've been coming across the border. They're going to continue coming across the border with a wall, without a wall. They're going to come from Canada and wherever else. You know what I mean? Like, it's just like that. Nobody says anything, though. It's crazy. We say a whole bunch about the border from Mexico. Nobody says anything about immigrants coming over here, because I don't know, when I lived in the PNW, like, bruh, it was a lot of illegal Canadian immigrants over in America. Oh yeah, I just ain't did my papers yet, bro. But they white, so don't nobody say nothing. It's very clown to me, you know what I mean? And I personally, like, I just don't care too much about immigration. I know people say, how it affects us, but I also don't really care too much about the law, so I'm not real concerned about immigrants. Hey, I can't lie to y'all, family. I'm just saying. I don't know, bro. I don't know.
I feel you, yo. I feel you. And that's too. I think honestly, yo, that's almost like a broken talking point to me because it's like the jobs you do see immigrants take. These Negroes ain't trying to work them jobs, bro. Honestly, I keep it
I
a
was
buck.
just thinking that.
You ain't picking no strawberries. You ain't laying no tar in the floor of the sun on the. Man, come on, bro. I know these cats. Like you can pull the wool over somebody's eyes all the time. I live with. I'm at the barbecues, bro. I got the lifetime pass, bro. I'm here. Y'all ain't trying to do none of that stuff that these people do, bro. Y'all ain't trying to lay drywall down for no $12 an hour. They ain't trying to do that. So to me, it's a mute point to me, bro. It's a mute point when they try to push this thing like, oh, immigrants taking our job. Oh, they ain't. You ain't finna work them jobs. You think you're better than them
the
jobs.
people passing the laws. They damn sure ain't gonna do it.
Exactly. This man, if it wasn't for Mexicans, this country be in shambles. I'm gonna say it, bro. Like you can't say try to do these jobs, bro. You ain't trying to do all this petty stuff, man. Ain't trying to be in no sweatshops. You know, all them labels, them expensive labels you like. Yeah, it's people. The reason why even with the inflated price, the reason why they even that low is because it's some Su Yim in a sweatshop making it for you. You feel me? So I don't really hear people's excuses and things like that. To me, it's just like you're trying to get in with the club, right? You want to hate immigrants too, so you can get you a pass and be part of the club. You know what I mean? Get your red hat certified or whatever. You know what I mean? Maybe they'll like you. Maybe they'll invite you to, you know, whatever they have. They don't have cookouts. What they got? Invite you to
my fault.
Go ahead. Nah, you got it.
I never understood the whole immigrant argument anyways, considering America was founded on the basis of everyone having been immigrants and this being a land of sanctuary. Like, I never understood that argument.
Yeah, was it on Ellis Island? Bring me, you're tired and you're hungry and
exactly.
Well, they're here. They're in the front line of Kamala Harris. Get them
pass them a plate, shit.
Yeah, give them a side to go with whatever they eating. That fish and grits they got over there. Check the comments. Why pay students $15 an hour for paying legal immigrant $5 a year. America's a business. Big fact. Corporation of the United States of America. They came down with a case of not in my backyard syndrome real quick. Trying to live in a border state. They play with their own lives coming to the border. You see them getting cooked. That happens all the time. So didn't Kamala have like that emergency thing where she's like, don't come. Like almost like, you know what I mean? Like a warning. Like, don't come here. You tell them they can come. The U.S. is a capitalist nation needs immigrants to suppress labor. That's one way they create surplus value. Well, I think we're living in a global market as well. Like you don't necessarily need to make everything in the U.S. anymore. You've seen that during the pandemic where you realize 90% of our pharmaceuticals and our PPE came from China and stuff like that. So it really don't matter if you let immigrants in or not because we're in a global market now. You know what I'm saying? So we specialization, I think, is the reason we got so much crap the way it is. See what I'm saying? Broke socialists are even worse. They want everybody to be equally broke and work only to survive. Capitalism is essentially the right to hustle. How the fuck did David submit, bro? Imagine the security clearances men was able to come for this type of stuff. Yeah, man, I don't know what Ron got going on, bro, but he got the pass. He putting cats on planes, man. But in Florida didn't have the problem with immigrants from other states in the sanctuary states. He is straight trolling. I think they do got pretty, but I think Florida, you got different type of immigrants. You got the, because if you look at where Mexico and Florida is, and they got both immigrants over here, bro. They're not necessarily walking over the border. It's a sanctuary city. They should practice what they preach. Otherwise, STFU. We know what that means, right? All right. Let's see if we got anything else. Bro, only I don't even pick strawberries at the grocery store. You look like one of them type that eat the grapes, bro. Like you eat the free grapes out of the Publix joints, bro. You look like you steal grapes on me. I ain't even gonna lie to you. Black people might be able to make a living wage for dignified farm if it didn't subsidize legal immigrants to marginalize U.S. and force us onto welfare. Right. Like you can make a good wage farming, I think, but necessarily doing the side things, picking of the apples and things like that, the orchards and things like that, that's gonna not be as lucrative as say farming in general, which they do subsidize farming. So I agree with you on a certain sense that America wasn't a welfare state when people came to Ellis Island, but now it is. Guess who pays for it? Us. We broke anyway, We $30 trillion in debt. Ain't no money around here. All right, so let's go on. And if that's it, that's all I got on Ronnie Ron and Abbott sending Guala to Kamala's house. Y'all got anything else on that?
To touch on the security clearances, they are grooming this man to be the next president. I just want to put that out there so I can say that I was the first to say it. So when it happened, I want y'all to remember that I said it, okay?
We heard it right here. I think we predicted a lot of things, to be honest with you, yo. I think the last how long we've been going? 2019. I think the last few years, you could kind of give us a kudos to that. But so the last thing we got HBCU nerd. He talks about bullying. We got a brother who's talking about how you on campus. And I'm gonna play the video so we can see what he's talking about here. I think Lero knows coming up. All right, so let's rewind this jot.
Sadly, I feel like I have to agree with what she said in the video that I just did. It's my first semester at a HBCU, and somebody like me, I'm nerdy. I like anime. I like computers. I build computers and shit like that. Like just normal things somebody my age would be into. But niggas on campus, they see that shit as like not normal for a black person to be into. Like they consider that shit white shit. Like, and by what I mean by like I'm into games, like I'm not into only playing Madden and 2K and sports games. Like I play games like Jump King, Omori, shit like that. And they see that shit as weird and white, and they don't associate with people who do that shit. And another thing, I don't have their particular fashion sense. Like I don't like wearing skinny jeans with like a Bape shirt or some shit, or like I don't like wearing fitted out Nike Techs and shit like that. And I don't collect J's all the time. But they see me walk on campus dressed in like baggy clothes and maybe like a pink shirt and shit like that. They're just like, oh, what? That nigga is gay. Like he doesn't dress like us. And the homophobia on campus is like a big ass deal too. Like it's a huge issue because like I'm pansexual and I'm usually very open about my sexuality with people. I don't usually hide it. I'm just like, oh yeah, I'm pansexual. But I don't feel welcome enough on.
That was it?
Yeah, it stopped in the middle of it, but I think we get the gist of it. He's not wanted. Somebody got some violins they play. But Lero, what you got in terms of
Listen. I feel for everybody that got bullied, whether it be in high school, middle school, everything. I was bullied, you know what I mean, for a plethora of different reasons. But like I also had friends too, so it wasn't like I had nobody, I was getting bullied. But like also that bullying stuff just didn't, like at some point I would hope that you're able to just say, to hell with these, you know what I mean? And then you're in college. Like, I'm sorry, but in college, like, what campus did you on? It's all types of folks in college. Like, you got your crew. I don't care what type of black you are. It's another black that's your type, and he's going to be with you, and he's on all the type of stuff you're on. You're just, kind of crying. Like, I don't know. And it's just like, I don't know what people want others to do. Like, I guess not everybody's going to respect you. Not everybody's going to like you, but like, you got to get over it. Like, eventually you got to do something about it. Are you just going to cry and let it just continue to bother you? All that, you victim. And then it's crazy because they low-key portray their whole anti-blackness. I wasn't dressing and I ain't collect J's and all that stuff. I wasn't like you jigaboo Negroes and woo.
I don't wear that nonsense.
Yeah, man, that's out of here. Grow up, get some balls. Like you'll be all right. Like I swear, it's in college. You come about you being bullied in college. You made a video and you put it online about you being bullied in college. Go and take this L. I might have a little bit. What are you doing, bud? I don't know.
I hear you.
Literally, you got a little auto-tune-ish on us at the end.
Yeah, she got that Detroit. Like,
T-Pain.
well, we get the gist. Like I think Better Medicine said in the chat, whole shit. But go ahead, Rob. What you got?
To piggyback off of Lero, I mean, yeah, like I was bullied in grade school as well, but to be in college, like I feel like the production of this video is just more fuel to the fire. Like, bruh, at some point you got to pull your pants up and just not care what other people think about you. You're a grown ass adult at this point. Like all the things that people are bullying you for, that are making you weird, are the same things that make you a unique and interesting individual to a other group of people. Like she said, find your tribe and don't care about what the other people say. Like, I don't know as far as our demographics go, but if there are young people listening to this, like I said, find your tribe. Like, don't care about what other people are thinking about you. The things that make you weird make you a unique, dope ass individual to somebody different.
Big facts. And to piggyback what up Lero said, bro, you're in college. We live in an age right now. It's not like back in the day, right? Where if you're a weirdo in a small area or a town or city, you basically have to move to like New York and Chicago and find other, people that on what you on, right? We live in an age right now. We got internet, all this other stuff, right? You can find people who maybe are into anime, right? You can find people who are into whatever you got going on, right? It's groups. You go on Reddit probably on your campus and find these people who are into all the stuff you're into, right? In reality, I think he kind of hint on it himself in the video when he was talking about, I'm not into jeans. I don't play 2K and my jeans aren't, I don't wear skinny jeans. You know what I'm saying? Like, you want some arrogant. You're probably just an asshole, bro. You're probably just not very likable. It ain't necessarily that you're getting bullied. It's that people may not like you. And that's fine, People are entitled to not like you. Why are you in areas, if you are into 2K, you're not into the skinny jeans, and you're not into whatever us basic Negroes is kind of what he was hinting at, are into or whatever, right? You could go find you a nice group of distinct, and you're in a college, like I said, the mecca of distinguished Negroes. I don't watch anime, and so it's like, bro, you in an area where you can engage in those things, right? So find your tribe, like you said, right? And shout out to Lyra, I think she dropped out, but we got what she was saying. Like, find your tribe, find your people. You can do that. But to say that you're getting bullied because people don't like you, I don't think that's accurate, You're getting bullied maybe because you're in an area where you're into stuff that people, and then the pansexual thing, like I said, kind of summed it up. It's like, what are pandas? Like, what is pandas?
You got to slide that in there.
Yeah, he had, I'm panda. And I guarantee you, he said, I'm very open about, I guarantee you, every conversation, you at the lunch table, you probably talking about girls, you talking about whatever going on. Oh, but I'm as a pansexual man, I want to say, I guarantee you. He looked like he's on that type of time. Like, you probably mentioned how you're different at every event, and you're not letting things flow naturally where people can get to know you and talk to you, and he cool dude, he just happened to be. And what the why we gotta invent new terms for sexuality? Like, what's with this generation and need to invent new terms for everything that exists?
Right.
You know what I'm saying? Like, pansexual, like, bro, are you gay, you straight, or you bi? Which I don't even say bi for a dude, but whatever. You got perfectly good terms that encompasses all of the sexual preferences you can have. Why you can't use none of those, Why you need your own special little term? They will come back. Why you need your own special term for that? You know what I'm saying? So to me, I just think it's not even a bully case. I think it's just you're not cool, bro. Find you're a distinguished Negro group, and y'all can do that, boule cats or whatever y'all got going on. You know what I'm saying? You back, Lero? You un-androided?
Hey, look, I'm in bumfuck right now. I ain't gonna hold you, but yeah, I'm back.
So that's all I got, man. Like I said, I just hate that we keep throwing this term bullying around. To me, bullying is like I'm going on the playground to take your lunch. Bullying ain't like I'm online talking shit to you, or I don't want to hang with you, or I don't like you, or I might roast you. Even a roasting to me ain't bullying, Bullying is I'm physically doing something to ruin your life, right? I'm physically doing something to make you, whether I'm running in your pockets, whether dump you in the trash can or something. I think they taken that term and just made it all encompassing of people that don't like. You know what I'm saying?
Yo, who is running the Bitter Med account? They are petty. Yo, he said don't order any pancakes around him. Yo, I can't.
I think he kept the Appleton going for a couple of days. Well, yeah, let me check the. Oh man, we got a lot of them. Oh yes, shout out to Oni. He agrees that he needs to be bullied. Man, he probably want to play Dungeons and Dragons with you, bro. I don't know why you see a man like that.
Right? Only act like he don't be on that same kind of time.
Outside the pansexual, I give him the
yeah, no pansexual. I ain't come through him like that.
Nah. Only got a kid. It was real sexy, weird pink shirt. Yeah, he's a big weirdo, yo. I think we get that. See the thing. Can't expect to feel welcome when you leave with I'm prepared to fuck everybody. I guess that's what pan means. If you say Pan African is all encompassing, right? So pansexual, so it's like it's almost sounds like
anybody
a
can get it. That's what it means.
Yeah, anybody. Hide the cats, hide the dogs, hide everybody. You feel me?
Anybody.
He needs 2 slaps. Check his shit. Get a job and a girlfriend. And that's the thing too. You in college, bro. You in college, and that's another thing too. Are you there to learn, or are you there to try to make friends and connect? And you know what I mean? I get that college is supposed to be this, where you find yourself, maybe where and things like that. But at the end of the day, you're supposed to be there for education, right? I ain't heard nobody speak about education. Are you getting bullied when you go to your classes, when you hear your lectures or something like that? You know what I'm saying? Shout out Lero when you was in the chat. Like exactly, yo. Hide everything. And when you say a bit of medicine, don't order a pan pizza.
Yo, that one took me out. That one took me out.
It's gonna have a hole in it. Man's in the cooking. It needs to be ostracized. Big facts. That's all I got on this weirdo, man. Like I said, man, we need to be more. To me, I just think we need to be more discerning with our words and the terminology that we use. Because I think they're trying to flip words, like even bullying, where it's gonna be like that's a hate crime, like the bullying hate crime, where if you roast a motherfucker, you might get a charge. You feel me? Just because you got these weirdos that think you should love. And I'm going to look extreme with it, but we've seen what happened the last couple of years, man. They charging people for all kind of crazy nonsense that's going on. So who knows? Roasting this flames in the future might get you.
I mean, low key, if you look on Twitter, I seen a viral tweet go out. It was about, that how we have a clowning culture and, we like to joan and stuff with each other. And they said, that we were actually forcing other Black kids out of their individuality. I'm just like, so you mean to tell me you got punked out of your individuality because you got clowned by some other Black kids? Crazy. I mean, just crazy. So low key, that language is already coming because bullying, they were telling me that like bullying is not about being physical. Bullying was people talking about you and saying mean words to you and stuff like that. And I was like, oh, like, I was confused. Like you said, I thought bullying was like, they was on your heels, they was touching you and throwing you in the trash in your locker. And, they was on, you know what I mean? But so, yeah, we definitely heading down that path.
Exactly. I think they got zero tolerance in a lot of places where if you do get cut by, you get kicked out of school. So that to me, that's the precursor. We all know a lot of things that start in school transcend to the adult world, man. That's one thing they might do is like, yo, you're bullying me. I remember I never forget. I seen a football. They had this big thing about this football lineman, right? Both these dudes probably 6'5", 350. And the one football player was bullying the other football player and hazing them and stuff. And they had this big thing, and the NFL had an anti-bullying campaign. I said, these dudes are 6'5", 250. safety, bro. Scrap it out. It's not an offensive lineman messing with like a wide receiver. And half these little wide receivers, they ain't going. Half these defensive backs, you seen the Tory Lane thing that just happened. These little dudes are popping in the jaw. But I'm like, how you could be the same size as somebody, but they bully? To me, that you the 10 man. Where's your heart? like I just don't get it, yo. I just don't get it. And I'm one of the dudes like. I skipped the grade, yo. So when I got to high school, I'm smarter than everybody, yo. I'm like 13 in high school. You know what I'm saying? So it's like, yo, motherfuckers on time with you. What's up, little dude? You know what I mean? What's up? So until I hit a growth spurt, and then I took that, to me, that was indicative of society. And so when I took that and I learned from it. You know what I'm saying? It's like, yo, when you little and you meek and whatever, they gonna get at you. So what you need to do is I'm learning to roast next year. I'm coming back. I'm roasting everybody. You know what I'm saying? I'm talking to my uncles. I'm learning how to throw a proper punch. So to me, you can either take these adversity moments, you can take these real life moments, and you can better yourself, you can harden yourself, you can learn from it, or you can take it and you can just be a perpetual victim your whole life. Well, now you crying on Twitter at 23 years old about how nobody likes you. You feel me? And that's the divide with people. So that's all I got.
A national call for people to suddenly like you. Like this is what's gonna do it. This right here. They're gonna like me now. Like, what the fuck?
Everybody must be my friend. We can watch Naruto. He probably didn't watch that. He probably don't watch the normal animes. He gotta watch like the weird 2 o'clock Japanese. Oh, you watch? He probably roast you, try to talk about you for that. Oh, you watch that Naruto? Yeah, that's basic. I watched that when I was 12. So I'm not until like he probably on to whatever weirdo weirdo anime come on at 3 a.m. in fucking Thailand or something. But that's all I got. Y'all got anything else?
Nope.
All right, we're gonna wrap it up, and I want to say L, bro. You got a fine coming, bro. You know what I mean? He was being consistent that he got to get the fine. So maybe he can pay part of Ride's fine. They're all good for now.
Tag mine onto his.
Yo, if y'all got anything to plug, if y'all got anything y'all want to say it fast, I'm going to talk to each one of y'all. We'll start with Ride. You got anything, Ride? You got anything upcoming or anything you want to plug?
Nothing to plug, but I did miss y'all. I just want to say it feels good to be back.
Oh, we missed you too. I need my $27. All right, Lero, you got anything you want to plug? Anything you want to say?
Nah, nothing to plug. Not yet. Stay tuned. We got some things in the works, so stay tuned. Rye, it's good to see you. I'm happy you're back. But that's all. I'm glad to be here.
Yeah, I just want to say I got all y'all signed to a contract. Y'all just don't know it. So if you go do something outside of the box, you got to pay 10% dues to the harsh reality putting y'all. And as far as me, I don't really got nothing going on. I may have something in the works going on in terms of another endeavor that we're going on, but I'm gonna keep it under wraps right now. I do want to kind of relaunch the Hip Hop High Society as a virtual or a visual type of platform with a YouTube channel instead of a website. So if anybody is looking out here to maybe do quick hip hop album reviews or do interviews with somebody, hit me up in the inbox. I am looking for people to do that because I can't do everything. So if you're interested, hit me up. I gotta say shout out to the chat, man. We had a very lively chat. Shout out to Kelly. I'll do Buana. I'm gonna try it. Haguziki. That's close enough. Shout out to the Forecast. See the Saints coming through, Brother Bakari. We had the Matron in here. We had Ketter. Pretty much everybody. Shout out to Raw. I ain't forget about you. So shout out to y'all for showing up, man. Y'all always show up, Cassandra. Everybody that came, and listened to us and get our views up, get our likes up, make sure y'all share everything. And we're gonna keep supporting each other, keep trying to grow this platform in the network. Shout out to my panel, shout out to my crew. Love y'all. Big Lero and Ride, man. Shut up,
Yes, you already know. And shout out to the chat too, because I respect everybody in the chat. They some real ones, period.
Sure, they keep it going. That's all I got, man. And I'm about to go call L and cuss him out probably. But on behalf of everybody here at the Harsh Reality Podcast, like I
Peace.
Bye, y'all.
Greetings, everyone. This is Koku from the Bitter Medicine Podcast, inviting you to tune in to the Bitter Medicine Podcast on KWAZ Radio.
Peace, family. This is Oni, inviting you to listen to the pro-black perspective, where black problems are addressed with black solutions.
Greetings, fam. Tune in to The Learning Curve with me, the revolutionary matron on KWAZ Radio.